Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm really glad to have you here. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about how I make elderberry syrup at home, the different versions of elderberry syrup that we rely on. If you've been watching the videos in the channel for a while now, you would know that here in Finland we get really long and cold winters for about 9 months or so, and it's really cold and it's really harsh on the immune system, so it's really important for us to make sure that we take the appropriate precautions to strengthen our immune system and to avoid the colds and flus and other respiratory illnesses, especially when it comes to children. And what I love about the elderberries is that they're one of the best berries that are anti-inflammatory, anti-mucus, antiseptic and antibacterial berries that you can make syrup, medicinal syrup, large batches of it, and store it in the fridge in an airtight container for up to 3 months. They can be stored in the fridge for up to 3 months, and also they can be stored in the freezer. You can make different sorts of recipes, such as the gummies, such as the lollies, and other recipes we'll also be talking about if your child does not enjoy the medicinal syrup. It's also really sweet and you can change it according to taste. You can add different sorts of herbs that also serve as an antibacterial, anti-inflammatory properties. You can add different herbs such as chamomile, such as dill seed, such as rubius and hibiscus. Also, these are all really good calming herbs that are safe to be used with children, and they're also really good because they boost all the benefits and all the minerals and vitamins that you would normally get with your traditional elderberry syrup. And you can actually play around when it comes to sweetening it. You can sweeten it with honey, you can sweeten it with maple syrup, agave, molasses. Even if you want to do it a keto style, you are free to do so using a monk fruit extract or stevia. So first off, if you're making the basic elderberry syrup, all you would need is 1 cup of elderberries to 2.5 cups of water. Put them in a pot, boil it down for a minimum of 10 to 15 minutes. This is really important because this breaks down the elderberries. Now, usually dried elderberries can be toxic if consumed raw, so you would need to remove that kind of toxic active ingredient by boiling it down. And this is really appropriate. 10 to 15 minutes is nice on medium heat in a pot. Once it's boiled down, you take it out of the stove, you strain it, and then you add whatever sweetener you like. Honey also really helps to keep it fresh for longer. It's also really good for the immune system, as you know, when it comes to its antibacterial, anti-inflammatory properties. And you can also use whatever sweetener you like. So just add in your sweetener, mix through, and then start by jarring up the elderberries and put it in the freezer, put it in the fridge, whatever you like. So that's your basic recipe. Then again comes your complex recipe, which I usually prefer because so your complex recipe you can play around with. So usually I add in the 1 cup of elderberries to 2.5 cups of water in a pot, and then I play around with the herbs. So I could be adding cinnamon, ginger. I could also be adding cloves. Just a little small amount of cloves also work well when it comes to releasing mucus, when it comes to boosting the immune system as well. You can also add in whatever herbs that you see necessary. Make it more of a gripe water based if you're giving it to small children. You can add chamomile, marshmallow root, which is really important in getting rid of the mucus, really important when it comes to maintaining the respiratory health of your child especially. So marshmallow root, look that up. They sell it in bulk for quite cheap on iHerb. I will link the product in the description box below. Of course, you can find them on eBay as well as on Amazon and on different sorts of platforms, but iHerb I think is one of the best because it contains that free shipping, and you know everything's relied on with really good reviews as well. So just make up a decision where you want to buy it, as long as you make sure that it's a good quality. And you need to also make sure that when you're giving it to children under the age of 1, do not add honey, add a different type of sweetener, and also be careful when it comes to herbs. Use herbs that are safe. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Do let me know if you would like more videos about that. And another book that I would also really recommend when it comes to using herbs with children is this one. I will link it in the description box below. Have a great day and take care. Bye bye.